Hello and welcome to, or welcome back to, my chronically cozy life. My channel where I share my cozy little life with chronic pain and illness. My name is Randy, and today is the first day of January, and I am so excited to take down all of my Christmas decorations and get my house back in order. As it's the first, and I have a lot of goals this year, all of which I went through in my last video, I wanted to start the day as best I could. I'm working on having more mindful mornings, by which I mean doing anything other than scrolling on TikTok to start my day. I've been told that the best thing you can do with ADHD is to start with a low dopamine morning. So the goal is to start the morning with calmness and intentionality so that I can maintain a balanced and focused state throughout the day. Some of the things I'm trying to do instead is journaling, reading, drawing, and filling in my planner for the day. I am not going to skip my morning coffee because just no, I like my morning coffees. Here I'm turning on my little back massager. I have to say that this is one of the best investments I have ever made for dealing with chronic pain. I love this thing. It feels so good and it vibrates and it heats up. And it wasn't really that expensive, and I will totally drop a link for it in the description below. Journaling is something that I got back into last year, and I have been loving it as a way to work through my thoughts and feelings and just get the ideas out of my head. I did talk a little bit more about this as well in my morning routine video if you want to check that out. I also made a new digital planner, which you can get a full tour of in my goals video for this year, which gamifies my life and turns it into a cozy game. I'm loving it so far, and I've made it available to download for free, and that link is in the description below. Once I feel awake enough to move, I like to roll out my mat. My health is at the top of my priorities this year because I feel like I have been struggling a lot lately. I have generalized hypermobility disorder and fibromyalgia, and these conditions cause a lot of chronic pain and fatigue. And as you can imagine, that makes working out very difficult. I have always struggled to exercise. I get a lot of pain and injuries very easily if I'm not careful, and most workout plans just don't fit my needs. My current focus is on building strength right now and mostly just getting back into the routine of moving and building up the tolerance for the movement. I am also working on walking as much as possible, but as it's winter, it can be a little harder. I can deal with the cold, as it's usually pretty mild here in the Okanagan, but the snow and ice make me feel so uncomfortable. The last thing I'm working into my morning routines is some creative writing. I have always wanted to write a book, and of course, there's no time like the present. I have started a new story, and I will for sure be posting some writing vlogs in the near future. I have always really loved creative writing. I find that when I sit down and when I have an idea, the words can just flow so easily. I've never been good though at the editing part of the whole process and actually finishing the book. So that's actually like the real hard part for me here. Once I finished that, I decided to get ready for the day and kicked my husband out of the living room and was ready to start cleaning. Today, while I'm cleaning, I'm listening to The Phoenix Crown by Kate Quinn and Janie Chang. I love Kate Quinn's books, and this one is no exception. She always gives such an interesting recount of history from the point of view of women whose stories rarely get told. Okay, so into the cleaning. Now, to be honest, I am not actually a big fan of Christmas, mostly because it throws off my routines and makes my house messy and all out of sorts. So cleaning up Christmas is actually the thing I look forward to the most. I did do a little extra decorating this year because I was feeling crafty, so taking it all down was a little extra work. In case anyone is wondering why my husband isn't helping in all this, please know that I actually kicked him out, and he does make a short appearance later to help me move the tree. Otherwise, I really like cleaning and organizing, which I'm pretty sure is actually a coping mechanism, but whatever. It gives me a feeling of calm and control, and I struggle to feel comfortable in messy places. Making the decorations this year was a lot of fun, but I was not upset to see them go. I'm trying to keep the pieces that were a lot of work, but they're all paper and cardboard, so we'll see how they do in storage. Cleanup this year required a lot of climbing on counters and furniture, just in case I needed more reminders that I needed to work on my physical health. It definitely took a toll on my body. These shelves really need some work, and I am definitely going to be creating some new things to put up there. And now let's get to the tree, the hard part. I never really collect a lot of Christmas decorations because I can't stand storing a bunch of things all year long. So all of my stuff fits in this one bin, and that is all we use. And this year I actually cleaned out a few things that we just never really put on the tree. I like having a tree that's very aesthetically pleasing. So I'm very picky about what goes on my tree. So there was definitely some cleaning out this year. The main type of decorations that we have are these little wooden discs, which are cuttings off of the trees that we've had for the last, I think, 11 years now. I have loved this tradition so much. It was my husband's idea to start, and we just cut a little disc off of the bottom of our tree before we set it up. And then I use my wood burning kit to add a little design and the year, and they are so cute. If you want to steal this idea, I highly recommend writing it down and putting it in the box with your Christmas decorations now so that you remember to take that slice off of your tree next year. You will definitely not regret doing it. Now, physically, I definitely could have done this. It's not that heavy. However, I am a very clumsy person, and the chance of this making just a huge crazy mess, me doing it, especially with the water still in the bottom, is high. So that's the only reason I had my husband doing it. I just wanted to say I am strong enough to do it otherwise. Once the tree was out, the last step was just getting the floor cleaned up and everything taken back out of the house. And I was just so excited at this point to have my house feel so fresh and so clean, and it makes the space feel so big. Another thing I'm working on this year is finding more tools to make managing my home and life easier. And I started off with this standing dustpan, and it has made a huge difference. It makes everything so much easier. So if you have any recommendations for any kind of products or tools that you use to make your life easier with your chronic pain and illness, please drop them below. That's it. We're done. Everything is put away and my house feels so good. We've had a perfect mindful morning, and everything's looking so fresh and so clean. So this is probably the best start I've had to a new year in a while. I really hope you enjoyed. Please come back next Friday for another video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.